In our next iOS search option, we're going to look at the search Instagrok. Clicking on Instagrok, it opens up, and straight away it is rather different to all of the other search options that we've seen so far. Um, Instagrok allows you to also log in and log out. And you can see here I'm actually logged into my account. Instagrok has free accounts for students and any others, but it does have a class option that is a pay-for service now. What happens, you can see down here that Instagrok has got some options here that you might like to have a look through, or you can just simply click in here to Grok, as the search term is in this particular case. So we will go in here and we will put in the term that we've been using so far. Clicking on Grok, we will sit back and we will wait. And you can see that what happens is that the results come in a very different manner than any of the other search options. They come in according to this particular concept map type arrangement. And you can see here we've got key facts that we can scroll through here at any particular option. We've got websites that will go out and look at different things. There's video options, there's images and other concepts and so forth, and we can add some notes and things. Now you might notice over in the corner here there's a little slider thing that if we move along, and it does sometimes take a little bit, if we click and move along to the difficult end, you will have noticed that these options in the concept map have changed, and we can slide it back again, back down towards the easy end, and you can see the change in the options as well. And if we click on any of those particular options, they will then become a different search option. Click on those and that will go back and forwards and so on, and click on, and then we get the various responses. Now, the other thing that we can do with any of these things is that we can put them into a journal, and I've got this organised very poorly because it's going to go into a project here. Let me just click in here. I'm going to click on that and just edit that one, and we're going to call this, I had one in there already, so I'm just going to call this pedagogy, and we'll do that one there. So there we are. Now we've got our pedagogy project, and we can take bits and pieces. So if we choose any of these things here, we can click on the little pin symbol there, and you'll see that it gets pinned into our concept map as it grows, and so on and so on. So we can go back in there, and we can then choose, say, a video that we might want. That one looks pretty good, so we'll click on that one without watching. Yes, and we might take an image or two, so we go in here, and that looks like pedagogy for sure, so we can click on those. So what's happening here is that we're throwing things into the mix as far as our research. Now, you might have noticed that also on the page we've got the option up here for a journal. Now that journal there, when we open it up, it becomes a collection of the various things that we've pinned out of the Grok before, and we can come in here and type in here, and this is what I think okay, and so on and so on and so on. We've got this journal. Now, the other interesting thing about Instagrok is that Instagrok also works on the computer online, and so that you can actually be working here, or you can go back and work on a computer. It's one of those cloud options. There is also an option in here for quizzes to be developed and distributed to class members, and to give a bit of an idea on what students have done and everything. Now, there are a couple of little things to be a little bit concerned about with Instagrok, and that is that if you do certain searches, so let's go in with the little search on thong, which otherwise seems fairly innocuous, and we go in here and we come up with thong and so on and so on and so on. If we go into, you can see around the outside we've got bikini, woman, and so forth, which sort of indicates a little bit that so if we go into the images, we can find ourselves just a little bit questionable. Well, we don't know. Yes, well, okay, yeah. And then you notice if I click on the image and so forth, I can actually go in here and add some let's be a little bit more innocent. Yes, okay, and we can do that, and then we can pin that one, and so on and so on and so on. And that's gone back into our particular journal here, and we've got this image now. It's not terribly worrying, but it may concern some parents and so forth. So that's a very quick overview of Instagrok, a really interesting and different tool to work with, a different way to search and organise information.